Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, and today we're back. But this time we're doing something a little bit different. So, with the fact that I am getting wisdom teeth surgery this week on Thursday, I don't know when this will be out, or, when the next couple of videos are going to be released or anything like that, but I decided to cover the holiday episodes of AEW because one, I'm super behind, and two, this one in particular, Winter is Coming, this one was requested by several of y'all over on Twitter because of the hour-long World Championship match between Hangman Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson. And I'm excited to see this match. I know that we had the draw and everything like that, but I'm excited to watch it because I haven't sat down and properly watched the match. So, without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? I think so. Alright, cool. We're right into the money match right from the get-go. I get that you want to start out with a strong match and keep the people in, but what happens when people start tuning out after the match that they were looking forward to? Just a thought. Just a thought. If you hear any noise in the background, by the way, that is my dishwasher currently going, so just letting y'all know. Okay, but Hangman having the title just looks right. Still has a festering resentment of Game of Thrones. Dude, I still haven't watched the full final season because I heard how terrible it was, okay? I can kind of get why some people don't like that show. I can kind of get it. Bryan just has this look on his face like, I'm just ready to kick this guy's head off at this point, and I'm going to love every second of it. Truly, if you were to bring in at least one person to really shake up your main event picture, I don't see anybody that could have been a better fit than Bryan Danielson. But get buckled in, kids. This is going the full 60 minutes. Y'all, just between the four matches, on a 2-hour program, AEW pooped out over 90 minutes of wrestling. And granted, now 60 of those minutes were in this match alone. But, I mean, it's gotta make people step up their game a little bit here. Okay, but some of these camera shots have been kind of cool in this match. Again, I don't know why exactly you would start out with this kind of match knowing that there's gonna be a 60-minute draw. Honestly, the fact that Bryan Danielson did take a few months off of wrestling and still comes back and puts in these match of the year candidates across the board, that's awesome. That's awesome. The golden meat with extra cheese. Oh my god, yes. That sign is my favorite thing. My question is, did this need to go on for 60 minutes though? I feel like 30 could have been enough, right? Because I'm thinking of other matches that we've had before, and we had Omega and Danielson 1 go on for the 30-minute draw. I don't get why the 60 minutes is in there. Okay, well, Brownie points to AEW for giving us 20 minutes of AEW things before we went to our first break. I didn't watch it, I fast-forwarded through it, but, we gotta speedrun these episodes, right? Right. Oh, he got caught. Oh, there goes the slam. The crowd just came absolutely alive for Paige right there. I love that. Yeah, that would take out anybody. I think this is the first time that they may have went outside the ring, too. Y'all, we're a good, 20, 22-ish minutes into this thing, give or take. And they went outside the ring for the first time in the match. That's incredible. Hey, I'll give them credit where credit is due. Because quite frankly, that's the one thing I complain about all the time is that, okay, we're a minute into this match, everybody's going outside the ring. Keep it as contained as possible for a few minutes and then go outside the ring. Make it feel special and meaningful, right? Oh god, we're at the top of the turnbuckle. This is not going to end well. Well, it didn't end well for Hangman. Okay, but why do we have to get all close up in their faces like this? It looks like it's in 144p. I get the effect that they're going for, but I would have probably just zoomed out just a little bit, to kind of get everybody in there. Oh, wait, now I see what they're doing here. I'm just seeing this now. I'm like, how are they getting all these weird close-ups? But it's a different camera entirely on the top turnbuckle. How am I just now realizing this? I know it's probably not one of those deep secrets or anything like that, but I'm just now noticing this, and I'm like, well, how many AEW shows have we reacted to? We were complaining about the camera, now we figured out what's going on with the camera situation. I mean, at least they're trying to get creative, I'll give them brownie points for trying new things. Oh, hello, that power bomb just came out of nowhere. I'm telling you, they know when to perk up the crowd a little bit with the pacing and stuff. I can imagine what this experience must have been like in person, where it's kind of like you just are sitting there and absorbing it and appreciating it, and then when you get these huge momentum boosting moments, it's like, ooh, this is awesome. Oh no! Oh god, he just got tumbled right onto the freaking apron. Okay, like my shoulder and back hurt just watching that. Oh my god, this little bit here with the pole? Oh god. It's almost as if like Danielson doesn't want to win the title, he just wants to inflict all the damage as much as possible for as long as he can, and then win the title. Also, I think Bryan cut his hand open a little bit. Oh, and Hangman cut his freaking forehead open. I mean, hey, they waited until it was like, what? How long are we into this? A good 32 minutes into the show, so probably like the halfway point of the match. If he's still got to go for 30 more minutes with this like gash on his head, oh no. I want a pair of those referee gloves though. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that we just don't have countouts in AEW, right? I'm telling y'all, these frickin' like ring posts are just, it's been gnarly to watch. German suplex. Wait, what is he doing with like the cover thing? Okay, well at least we know how they change everything over. They have the Rampage one underneath the AEW Dynamite one. Or at least the AEW logo one. I mean, this is really Hangman's first true test of his championship reign, because I mean, up until now, he's just had like segments and stuff. Wait, we're about 40 minutes into this? We are? Oh, god dang it, we are. This truly hasn't felt like 40 minutes. Okay, but this kind of like top-down shot of this like figure four that we've got going on in the middle of the ring, that's quite cool. Like, just knowing that Hangman Adam Page is hanging in there this long with Bryan Danielson, he's all cut up and everything. I mean, that's definitely gotta like say something, right? Because there are questions where it's like, how good is Adam Page's reign going to be as AEW champion? Again, I think this is quite honestly the best case, like, perfect test for Hangman for his first title defense, because he's got to go and push it to the limit with Danielson here. And just seeing that he's hanging in there this long with him, regardless of result, I think that's a testament, to say the least. It just shows, you know, the hard work effort, and, you know, it keeps the people behind him because they see just how much he's willing to fight for this championship and to keep the championship and all that. That could have been it, friends. That really could have been it right there, but man, you just could hear the crowd just go, oh, like right there. Like you could feel the shock through the screen. Oh god, we're going back up to the top rope again? Oh no! Oh no! He just went right into that table and everything. Oh no. I love how all I heard was Excalibur yelling, "Don't go anywhere!" And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going for the remote to fast forward through the commercial. Oh, and they cut off the picture-in-picture too, by the way. These two have really put each other through the ringer times 10,000 here tonight. There's no other way around it. It's like these are two guys that really just want to test each other's limits and push each other to those limits, and then some. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this match here. Oh my god. These two are just still slugging it out. And they're both like barely standing. It's also interesting that we haven't had too many pinfall attempts in this match neither. It's, again, a very calculated, limit testing match. I think that's why a lot of people enjoyed this match. It's been a good match. I'm not going to complain one bit about it. It's just it's a unique match, and it genuinely feels fresh to me anyway. Somehow, someway, these two dudes are both like standing up. I don't even know what I'm watching at this point. I'm genuinely blown away, and there hasn't been that many matches that have made me feel this way, and this is definitely one of them. Lord, if this is the first match and we're gonna get round 2 soon on AEW, do I want to know what round 2 is gonna look like? Paige is just trying so hard to just hang in there in this match. What are we watching, friends? What are we watching? This is incredible. And y'all know how I feel about these long frickin' matches. I'm not a huge fan of, like, super long matches. But this one's been able to pique my interest for, like, most of the match, at least. It's obviously had its moments here and there, obviously, where you need to check out to refresh your brain and stuff. I think that was the first time Hangman hit the lariat in this match. Well, that's one heck of a way to end the match, at least, if you're going to go to a draw. For a 60-minute match, the crowd seemed very invested in it, and they enjoyed it. I can tell that they were invested and were enjoying this thing, and that makes me happy, because I was enjoying this thing too. For me, it got off to a slow start, but like, in retrospect, I kind of get why it had to be that way. Because of just, this match wasn't about the championship necessarily. It was really, to me, a story of like how far can Hangman Page hang in there with the likes of, a Bryan Danielson, right? And really testing those limits. So I felt like, to me, that was more of the story, and the championship was like the cherry on top almost. Like, it's still important, obviously, but like it wasn't the full story. This was an incredible match. Brownie points to both Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson for putting on an incredible match that I was like, wait, this thing went on an hour? An hour? But somehow they kept my interest for a good, like, at least 45 minutes of this match because, my attention span goes out the window sometimes. But I wholly recommend y'all checking out this match. Definitely worth the watch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is going to be the bathroom break match, right? And it seemed like a lot of people in the crowd had that same idea. Are they trying to build up Wardlow just to do his own thing? Because, quite frankly, I'm kind of here for it. Wait, I thought, is the Pinnacle still a thing? Or did they all just splinter off? Because sometimes MJF teams with Wardlow, sometimes he's with FTR, but nobody's ever fully together. I mean, not much to really say about it other than an impressive win, and definitely the right match that we needed after that last match, to be completely honest. Okay, at least we're getting some continuity here. Shawn Spears is apparently calling a frickin' MJF. Are we gonna get all 5 of them in the same segment anytime soon, including FTR, of course? Alright, now this is a matchup I'm looking forward to. I enjoyed their first couple of matches, and so I'm excited to see who pulls out with the win here. Ooh, this is going to be good from the start, I can tell. Honestly, the women's division as a whole, it's really come a long way. It's like there's still work that needs to be done, but like you can tell that they've put in the work this year. Obviously, some of the in-ring stuff can always be fine-tuned and worked on, but I mean, we've got a lot more women's feuds in general this year and more things to fight for, which is always a positive in my book. And some of it's overlap too, which is lovely. Like, I've enjoyed the tournament that we've been getting for this TBS championship. I've enjoyed this feud that we're getting. Oh, ow, 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 ow. That just looks so painful. Wait, why are we getting rid of this, like, middle padding thing? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I'm in pain. Oh, my God. I don't know how Shida just kicked out of that one. I really don't. I wonder what the direction is for these two moving ahead. Definitely a solid match from these two. I quite enjoyed it. And again, it does beg the question, where are these two going to end up next? I don't know. We're going to have to find out, of course. But again, I don't understand why this didn't open up the show and then have the title match on last. But here we are. That sign that just said Maxwell just farted. That's funny. I'm a child, I have no shame. I'm still trying to figure out what they're doing with Dante Martin, too, because it's like, I really like this dude. I think he's got a lot of potential from what we've seen so far, but I just don't know what his direction's going. Oh, beautiful dropkick right there. Love to see that. Oh my god, okay, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Again, this is another reason why I like this Dante Martin dude quite a bit. It's like, he's only going to get better with time and experience and stuff, but like, you can already see the improvements, with each of his matches and stuff. And we like that. We like seeing growth. MJF just like slowly walked away from it. Oh, that was great. That was great. As much as I'm not a fan of, like, flippy things all the time, I'm still just genuinely impressed every time because, like, if I try to do anything that we see on television, I would just probably trip and fall flat on my face or on my back or something. Truly, that would happen. I'm glad that they're giving this match a little bit of time, too, because that way it gets to showcase Dante a little bit, because we all know that MJF is probably going to win this thing, right? Right. But it's nice to see Dante just getting in some offense, and we get to know him a little bit more in the ring. And it's nice that he gets a main event match, so that's lovely. And you can tell that they're trying to rebuild up MJF a little bit, just, over the last couple of months or so with the Darby feud, and now this feud that he's got going on with CM Punk, because I think if built up right, you could have MJF, like, beating, Hangman Adam Page for the title. Again, if you build him up right and you give it time to marinate and simmer, which is what they're doing, and giving him the right feuds finally, like the CM Punk feud. And kind of the Darby feud too, because at least those two make a little bit of sense because the fans love them both so much. You got this bad guy and stuff. Not to mention, those two feuds didn't last like a full frickin' year, the Jericho feud. Well, 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 Ricky Starks. Well, that's certainly one way to win it. Overall, I thought it was a good match, and again, it was a really good showcase for Dante Martin, and I think it makes sense with the ending because you want, like, MJF to kind of barely, escape these things. You know what I mean? So we'll see how things progress, but again, I really think that if, they build up this MJF and Punk thing properly, which is what they're doing, then I think, there could be some strong potential there. Because imagine the heat that this dude would get if he's like the first person to beat CM Punk in AEW. Imagine that. Okay, so at least we have an FTR sighting, but wait, why are the lights out? Well, there's Sting and Darby. Oh, that's going to be a fun one to react to, now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm like thinking ahead to the shows, and I'm like, oh, I think that's the next episode where we get that six-man tag match, I think, right? Some of these signs, my dudes, some of these signs. Well, hey, you gotta send the fans home happy with a CM Punk appearance, right? Oh, well played, he's even got a baseball bat. A little bit of an homage to Sting. Love that. This is like again, I think I called this like right around, I think it was around the All Out build or something, or on the All Out show or something like that, like at the end of that match or whatever. But like, I kind of called it when I said that these three were going to be in some kind of a weird alliance at some point, or how fun that could be. Okay, but this is like one trio I could really get behind, to be honest. This is going to be fun to watch. I'm excited to watch Holiday Bash. What time is it now that I'm filming this? Oh, it's only 9 o'clock. We've got time. We've got time. Alrighty, so final thoughts for this edition of AEW Dynamite. I had a blast watching this. Again, it was just a very little nitpicky thing. I feel like, again, the main event and the opening match could have been flip-flopped, or, it could have been shuffled around differently, but this was a really stacked show, and again, like, there was at least, like, 90 minutes of wrestling in a 120-minute block, and again, you gotta shave off some of those 120 minutes or 2 hours of programming with, like, commercials and stuff, and some of it we had with the picture-in-picture that, again, nobody watches, but that's fine, but the fact that we were able to get a 60-minute match on cable television was quite lovely. I really enjoyed the women's match. That one was really good too. And again, I want to know where both of them are kind of splintering off into their new directions, because it seemed pretty conclusive to me, but we'll have to find out. And then I liked how things wrapped up at the end, where we had the bad guy getting the sneaky win and stuff like that, and the Team Taz developments, because anything with Team Taz I'm pretty much down for at this point on my screen. And also, I really like Dante Martin, too. I thought he had a really good showcase, and he really got in a lot of offense. And, of course, MJF getting that sneaky win, it kind of felt right. And then it built up into, oh, cool, we got CM Punk and Sting and Darby all kind of saving the day. This is wonderful. And so the people got to go home happy. So I think from top to bottom, it was a fun watch. Definitely recommend checking this episode out. And I'm excited to see what unfolds in these next two holiday-themed episodes. So, on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, make sure to hit the subscribe button, also hit the bell button so that we get notifications around here and that sort of thing. So, on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all around later. Bye, everyone.